Do not weaponize scripture to make women servants to male comfort while men refuse responsibility, reciprocity, and sacrifice. Now, let me say this clearly. If a man wants 50-50 financially but expects the woman to do 100% of the cooking, cleaning, nurturing, emotional labor, and household management, that is not leadership, that is not love, that is exploitation. And I am tired of hearing women be told if they love him enough, if they want to keep their home, if they want longevity with him, they will carry what he refuses to carry for himself. This message is not anti-men, it is not anti-marriage, and it is not anti-Bible. It is anti-hypocrisy, it is anti-exploitation, and it is against any system that teaches women to carry a double burden and call it love, duty, or holiness. Do not weaponize scripture to make women servants to male comfort while men refuse responsibility, reciprocity, and sacrifice. Now, let me say this clearly. If a man wants 50-50 financially but expects the woman to do 100% of the cooking, cleaning, nurturing, emotional labor, and household management, that is not leadership, that is not love, that is exploitation. And I am tired of hearing women be told if they love him enough, if they want to keep their home, if they want longevity with him, they will carry what he refuses to carry for himself. So let me get this straight. She goes to work. He goes to work. They both come home tired, but somehow her tiredness does not count. Her exhaustion is invisible. Her labor is expected. Her sacrifice is normalized. And his only qualification is that he is a man. No, a woman is not a machine built to absorb pressure. She is not a full-time employee outside the home and an unpaid servant inside it. She is not here to be the emotional shock absorber for a grown man who wants partnership when it comes to bills, but tradition when it comes to labor. And please stop quoting the Proverbs 31 woman without telling the whole truth. You love to quote her labor, you love to quote her sacrifice, you love to quote her service, but you conveniently ignore the kind of man her husband was supposed to be. You quote the fruits of her hands, but ignore the weight on yours. You want a woman who builds, serves, stretches, nurtures, wakes early, gives endlessly, and holds the home together. But where is the man with equal character? Where is the man with equal discipline? Where is the man with equal sacrifice? Where is the man who does not just consume her strength, but protects it? Where is the man who does not just benefit from her labor, but lightens it? Because too many women are being asked to become everything: provider, nurturer, cleaner, cook, counselor, mother, intercessor, emotional support system, peacemaker, and then still be told to stay soft, stay grateful, stay feminine, and do all with a smile so they can keep him man. Keep him forward for more labor, for more pressure, for more silence, for more one-sided sacrifice. No woman should have to disappear in order to prove she is worthy of love. And no man should call himself the head while living like an extra child in the house. Now, let me say something that may make people uncomfortable. Some men do not want a wife. They want a woman to build the life they are unwilling to build themselves. They want the benefits of devotion without the burden of duty. They want to be served, excused, honored, obeyed, and emotionally centered while contributing the bare minimum and calling it masculinity. That is not masculinity. That is entitlement dressed up as tradition. And let me be clear. A woman is a human being. She gets tired too. She gets overwhelmed too. She needs care too. She needs rest as well. She needs to be poured into too. She is not Jesus. She cannot keep dying daily to serve a man who refuses to carry his own cross. If your version of love requires a woman to break herself so that a man can feel like one, that is not love. That is injustice with a romantic label. Real love is not built on one person's exhaustion. Real partnership is not one person carrying the relationship on her back while the other quotes scripture from the couch. So, no. I will never support a message that tells women to split the bills, carry the home, manage the emotions, preserve the relationship, perform endless labor, and then call that God's design. That is not divine order. That is man-made convenience, and women need to stop being shamed for noticing the imbalance. If a man cannot see a woman's humanity, he is not ready for her sacrifice. If he cannot honor her exhaustion, he is not qualified for her service. And if he needs her suffering to feel like a man, then he was never standing in manhood to begin with. Redefine your narrative, because love should not cost a woman her entire self. God bless you.